You can shut that motor off. Okay, the towel is for, and you put a fish in there, he'll slop around and splash it, but I'd like to get that as clean as possible when you take the picture, and I might need more water than that. In fact, no, I am.
They'll fill it up.
A little bit. It'll also splash a bunch of it out too. We'll play with it. Okay, this is Phil Lilley and Nathan. We're going to do one cast today. Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. We just boated up here. We're really up here to take some pictures of these beautiful trout we've been catching. That's our main goal. So we're going to throw some white jigs. They're still running 20,000 CFS. I'm really almost down to where I wanted to go over and fish. Here you go. We'll drift down. We'll just drift, I guess. I wanted to kind of do what I did 2 days ago, and that's to get over on the side and get in an eddy, and because all we really want to do is catch fish. We've got a breeze blowing up lake, so it's kind of hold us up a little bit. We haven't seen any shad in the water. We did see a nice walleye that was kind of floating and still alive. We netted it, took some pictures and put it back in. Looked like a big female because she's full of eggs probably. It's that time of year that they're spawning, probably up against the dam. Nobody up here. There's one boat two boats I saw on the lake. I know a few guides have been out today already and back in, but not very many. I saw Steve Dickey's boat out of his dock, so he's probably downtown fishing. If this doesn't work here pretty quick, we're going to go look for an eddy, because all we want to do is catch fish, which we want to do on one cast all the time, but there's really no use of fighting the drifting and the wind and stuff if you can get over on the side and catch fish. And these have been such pretty fish. We brought, ooh, just a bite. We brought my aquarium, fish aquarium kind of thing. I forget what they call it. Got a name for it. We'll put some fish in there and take a picture of them. Sun's just about right. No fish on the first cast, and I didn't. A little bit of moss, but not too bad. Beaver Lake is right at 1129 feet right now. That's a foot below their flood pool, and you know, we've had several instances where beaver has gotten up into that range this year already, and what they have done in the past is they'll run a lot of water to get it down to about 1128 and a half, and then they stop. then they let Table Rock get down. So we'll see what they do. Table Rock's still just barely inching up. As soon as they shut Beaver off, Table Rock will start going down. It's 923 and a half, something like that. So they need to drop it about 6 feet, 7 feet, almost 7 feet, yeah. We're gonna go look for an eddy. Yeah. This isn't working. They haven't been biting in the middle of the day very good. But I have not seen a shad in the water, so that's usually a good sign that they'd bite. Oh, we'll catch a fish here in a minute. That wind is a little tough, but not too bad. Okay, let's go over to an eddy real quick. We're gonna dive over here below this tree. The other day I went right up there into those trees and sat and caught fish. There's another really good spot below this big tree. Oh, there's another floating fish. What's this right here? It looks like a big gizzard shad. Yeah. It's a gizzard shad right there. There's another one. Oh, I need to get over there. Am I gonna get there? I'll get up in the slower water and hinge up there. See, there ought to be fish just right here. I know one time we had a bunch of crappie and stuff come up in these areas, like right up in here. Put spot lock on. Kind of show you where I'm at. Little backwater back here. Okay. This is just you don't want to throw out very far. Let it swing into this eddy a little bit. It's not exactly the same kind of eddy that I've been in, but it's pretty fast. We'll give it a couple minutes. Nope. I'm gonna throw back here just for the fun of it. See if there's any fish back here. Or we'll find some. Oop, I just had a bite. What's back there? I can't tell how deep it is. It's pretty deep. I didn't get a bite that time. One more cast, then we're gonna go. Might travel a little bit this time and be kind of cool to find out what's back here. Like I said, we have caught crappie in this backwater during flooding in the past. They come over the dam, and crappie don't like currents, so they'll get up in these little spots. And okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off. We're gonna go find an eddy and catch some fish, maybe. Okay, we're over here just by this outlet number 4, where I was a couple of days ago, and we're just gonna see if we can put some fish in that aquarium and take some pictures. It does seem like every time if I go out to catch a fish for dinner or something like that, I can't catch a fish. Ooh, there's a bite. There's another bite. They're just kind of nipping at it. In this case, we are out to take pictures of fish. And so far, they're not cooperating. Throw out in the current and let it swing down below you. I'll let us go a little bit. Once it gets down below, you just reel it in, throw it back out. You can throw a little bit above the boat to let it sink before it gets down to you. That way when it's like right in here, it's down there kind of deep. The few bites that I've got are just little nips, so that means they're just not real aggressive right now. They're not real hungry. There's a big difference between 2 days ago in this spot and today. So I was catching fish on almost every cast. So I'm throwing way above the boat. Let it sink and then swing down. Nothing. I'm gonna try throwing back here in this dead water. There's one. Ooh, this might be a good one for the aquarium. Ah, he's pretty. Oh, we gotta turn the camera a little bit. I got it. Nah, he's not that big. Fat. He's so fat that he's lazy. Okay, I'll put him in the tank. Let him slosh around just a little bit first, and then get the towel. See if I can ride him. He just doesn't want to stay. He is what he is, though. There you go. Now he's kind of getting down there. My box is 20 inches long. Exactly. Inside dimensions, so. Good. That way you can take pictures of them and not hurt them. Get them back in the lake without hurting them. So throw kind of toward those trees a little bit. We'll have to work a little bit more back here because the water's not very fast and your jig will sink to the bottom. Try to catch one more in here, and then we're going to go down and try another spot. It's actually pretty deep here, so. One more. Oh, missed him. You can let it sink. It's probably 10 feet deep there. Okay. We'll try another spot. When you throw out about right there, because this is real shallow over here. A lot of weeds, like right out in there. You might even have to work it a little bit. Like I said, it's only about 4 or 5 foot deep right there, so, and there's weeds. Yeah. Here, let me show you how to do this real quick. You're good, just stand right there and watch.
Pull this out of the weeds again.
Yeah. No. Don't use the rod. You don't use the rod. When you throw out and when you're working it, you can work it, but don't drop your rod tip.
Okay.
Don't give it slack. Just kind of
keep it close to the surface.
It's like that. No.
Branches up there. Like anytime you're working it, don't give it slack. If you're going to jig up and hold it and then let your rod tip down. Yeah.
Jig up and hold it and let your rod tip down. You're doing this.
Yeah.
And you have no way of feeling
okay.
where the jig is, what it's doing, if you're getting a bite. Point the rod directly to the jig. Oh, you just gave it a bunch of slack.
Yeah?
Yep.
Habits.
Good job.
Huh?
Good job. Ah, he's little. We're not gonna put him in the aquarium. Or if you need pliers.
Yeah, I might.
We are at Lookout Island. That's the last cluster of trees in the island, and we're kind of fishing the eddy water, fast water here. There's one. Well, this is a real dark fish. I don't really need to get pictures of him. That's a stubby fish. I've caught those before. It's a male. Call them stubbies. Once you come over on this side, I think it's going to be better. Maybe easier. Another little one. I could have kept either one of those fish. Okay, this one you just toss up here and let it drift down through here. Just think about your jig being a shad and it's just drifting. Now see all that slack? Yeah. Your jig's on the bottom right now. So you got to do something to not let that drag the bottom like that. You just throw out at a different angle. Or do that. That's good. And just drop your rod tip accordingly. Follow your rod tip to the jig. Point to the jig. And drop your rod tip as it goes by you, because when it starts to go by you, the current's going to pick that jig up into the water column. By dropping your rod tip as it goes by, it stays down. Don't throw up so hard.
Okay.
So I'm just letting it swing down through there. I just hit the bottom. Right there is where I'm going to get my bite. When it starts to swing up, so I'm dropping my rod tip and letting it go down, getting as long a drift as I can. Throw out a little further and work the water a little further away from the, you just have to watch those trees. They're not biting very good here compared to what they have been. Okay, next time. Next time, throw as far as you can out that way and let it swing down here. It may not swing, that water eddies down there a lot, so you'll have to kind of work it a little bit. Don't give it slack. You should feel the bite. They're just not hitting that hard. Kind of shake your rod tip a little bit. Just there you go, and reel at the same time. There he is. You didn't really set the hook though.
Nope, lost him.
Yeah, you gotta set that hook. We're going to go down a little further in the eddy. Yeah, there's not a lot of current there, so you're going to have to work it back like it's still water.
Okay.
Unless you throw it out here in this fast water and then let it swing. Same thing on that side now. You've got both sides you can play. This water right here is just barely moving. There you go. Is it a pitcher fish?
I don't know yet. I saw it looked pretty good, but you know how that goes.
Going down. Borderline. It's a good fish, but it's not really pretty. He's not exactly what we're looking for. I mean, he's a beautiful fish. He just average though.
Yeah. Did you get a picture or not?
No. Spend too much time. Need to catch another one. Okay, either side.
Okay.
Current or current over there.
Where are you going?
I don't care. Whatever way you're not going.
Outside weird.
Good. They're just barely touching it. A little one. Oh, I got one too. Ha ha. Doubles. Just grab the jig. It's another borderline. Another borderline catch. Not very big though. We're really not hitting them until they come back into this dead water behind us. Not eating them. Yeah, hit it. Hit it again. Ah! He hit it again. It's not even that far below the boat. I'm gonna try this side just once.
We'll trade.
Oh, you're good.
Well, be just different. Why not?
Of course, I just threw it in the tree.
Do it.
So I threw it in the tree. And it's off. One more cast. We're going to call it a day on one cast. Oh, somebody's got a fish. What do you got? We'll take a picture of that one.
Oh. Like the way I look.
Not any real big fish. Not yet. These are not super fat either, you know, like the ones we've been catching. So you can see the ones that we're taking a picture of. I like to take pictures of them with the jig in their mouths. Let's see.
The back one, that thing.
I don't care. It's up to you.
I don't know. I don't know what you're looking for. I kind of like it without.
Okay.
Kind of neat.
Looks like he shed the, he got rid of the jig. Good. Making a mess, fish. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll if we catch it, we're gonna go down and try another spot. If we catch any big fish, we'll put it on the end. Hopefully we will. Thanks for watching.